Hold on, guys. Hi, I'm Josie. I'm a mom to 3, and I am prepping for my first NPC Bikini Competition. I am so excited to do this. As I said, 3 kids. I got them smoothies, so the kitchen's a little bit of a mess. But considering I have been in the sub 1200 calorie thing, that was yesterday, today, and is it today? I think tomorrow we're going back into the 1200 calorie range, but brain fried. So getting today is just cardio. I already got that done. I want to go ahead and get as much meal prepping done today as I can. And also get stuff in the freezer too, so it's ready to go into a cooler while I road trip down to the show. And then I need less ice if I have stuff that's frozen and it's just kind of falling on the way, so it's, you know, more ready to be eaten once I'm in the hotels and everything can be done quick, you know? So let's get started. So what we're doing is 90-10 ground beef and then some lean ground chicken. All right, so I'm gonna do the ground beef in the cast iron, the chicken here real quick, and get that done. So the chicken, not scaled, it's just going to be cooked and be in the freezer. And then because that's for show day. And then the ground beef on this side, that I'm gonna scale it out, weigh it out. That's going into my meals that I still have leading up to show day. And then my coach said have ground beef in potatoes or rice. I'll have to double check, in 50-gram increments to have with me at the venue. So, at the venue, just in general. That's done. That took forever. So I've got rice, chicken here, and then I have day 5 for the road trip in there. And then I have all of these down here ready to go. So I had aspirations of being a super productive girly, but turns out on such little calories, I'm very tired. And I made the food that I needed to make. I like the potatoes. I don't know. It took all day, all afternoon, because I went to church. And that took my morning. I did cardio first thing in the morning, and most of my calories eaten, you know, pretty early. So as that just kept going on, and then my husband had been fixing the roof, and I had every intention of a video with like meal prepping being more like showing cooking, but if you noticed, a lot of times it was very loud. And then after that, I was wanting to show you like packing my bag, getting ready to start going, like getting my rice cakes loaded, kind of things like that, getting the pantry stable items for the road trip for like my kids and husband too. Didn't do that, but you know what? We can save that for tomorrow. So with the way his schedule works out, I'm gonna hopefully be able to knock out my gym stuff in the morning. We'll see. It just means, again, not the best sleep, but adapting me to going to bed earlier than like 12 and 1, which is what I used to do, so that I have time in the morning to get going, which means when we do our road trip and leave early, I can get that first cusp. And the thing is like, yeah, it's getting hard to drive, but leading up to show day, starting tomorrow, my carbs and stuff start going back up a bit. And once we are like there, or heading there, like it's driving things like my motorcycle, my car, my husband's car, those are more of a challenge, and I can still drive his car. It's just, you know, I kind of load up a couple meals or pick through items in the meals to be able to like make it to the gym, have enough performance, and make it back. And the gym's like not a very long drive, but it's, you know, manual, and then there's more traffic. Whereas if we are trying to leave here really, really early,
and I'm eating, my food and then having, like, my coffee or, like, a Celsius or something before driving for an automatic SUV with hardly any traffic, then that should work. I'm hoping we can make it past, like, Columbia and South Carolina, that area. Get through a couple cities and stuff, and before having to switch or anything like that, and trying to keep my water up while on a road trip. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this being done. I want to share more of all of that. My posing is getting a lot better. No posing videos for this video. I tried to blow dry my hair, and I did a very bad job at it. I have not really taken care of my hair very much, but I went ahead and I'm just going through the vendors for this show, but in an effort to save money and stuff. Like, I do think outside of the tan, I'd love to practice actually doing my hair and doing my makeup for the Clash, and then also if there's any future shows that I want to do next year, to do that. So next year, if I do anything, it would be just bikini. I don't know. We'll see if I do OCB or NPC next year, just because part of it too being like learning the routines. If I want to keep the budget low, then I don't want to have to like hire a posing coach for the OCB routine. But OCB, you move your hair over to the side, and depending how fast my hair grows, especially when I'm eating more, getting bigger again, and so I've got a lot of energy to go into hair growth, keeping it in braids and stuff, keeping it healthier. I don't want to cut it again. Or, maybe I just do it and it's like, I'll just do this for fun while I'm planning on switching not only federations, but maybe even divisions into the figure suits. And I guess there's the NPC Naturals. I'd have to see how many of those there are, because the one I was aiming for got just removed. And if things like that keep happening, I'm not gonna trust it. So yeah, I look forward to that. This video is gonna be a little bit on the shorter side, but if you are excited to follow along on my journey with show day coming up and just doing fitness in general, especially again, I've had 3 kids, feel free to subscribe. I'd love any comments. I like to see them. And yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and you drink your water and get some rest. All right, bye.